Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good, thank you. We started work at the same, almost same time, but we don't get to talk to each other that much.
Yeah, I know it's been interesting. We have been here for the same amount of time, but I'm very excited that we're, transitioning to a new space. I think that'll be great, and just to have like, new scenery and like that. So
Sure,
I'm
sure.
hoping to talk to you today just about your thoughts and your plans. As someone who works in the lab pretty heavily, um, I was able to see that the lab, unfortunately, in the new space does not have any windows. And I also saw with the two offices that we have left, one has a window and one does not. So I'm hoping to hopefully, I do have a strong preference on the window office just because, it feels like an asylum a little bit to work in the lab for a long period of time with no window and then have to have an office with no window. I really would appreciate it if, one of the areas where I do spend majority of my time that I'd be able to see out the window. So wanted to get your thoughts about that.
I'm glad, and you're right. It's kind of an important thing, and kind of weird that company is making us choose it. Uh, but I have the same exact thing I was about to say that I really wanted the window one, not window plus the reason being it's a little bit bigger office. So I see a lot of patients. I'm one of the busiest physicians here, and sometimes you need that break after listening to so many people, doing so many things. You want to have a little bit space for yourself and for your clearing your mind, so that window gives you that opportunity. Plus, I have just a lot of furniture I've accumulated here, and the computer equipment with so much new technology, which I have to accommodate in the same room. And I was really hoping if I can get a big office for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Thinking about you seeing patients and having a lot of those, yeah, I would think you would spend a lot more time, in patient rooms rather than sitting at your desk in the office. And you mentioned the new technology and things that we have coming forth. And our boss did mention that you were victorious in securing the new software package that we will have. So kudos to you. That is something that I do not have yet. But I'm hoping that I will have the opportunity to use that as well. Considering that you are also interested in the window office, I was thinking that maybe you'd be willing to negotiate just because, again, I do want to have the ability, knowing that I work in the lab by myself. You do see and greet patients and will be in patient rooms to have a window in a bigger space. In addition, I am aware that, our parking situation is going to be a little funky in the new building, and I was not successful with securing a parking spot that is on site. My parking spot is actually in the remote location, which will be 11 blocks away. And so
Oh,
considering that, I will have quite a journey to even get to and from work in my car. And you have been very successful with securing an on-site parking space and the new software package. I'm hoping that you'd be willing to accommodate and really compromise here with the window office for me.
okay. No, that's understandable. Um, do you which one is I can do one of them. Which one is I guess your better like more preference wise? Would you prefer the software one versus the parking? Um, I can do one of them if that helps you in this making the decision about the office.
Yeah, so it seems like that you were wagering the software or the parking, but not the window office. Am I understanding you correctly?
So basically, if I get the window office, I can try to get you the software access. And I understand it'll be useful for your lab and it'll be probably the better thing for your research to have a new software package on your computer, and it'll help you in your future research.
Yeah, no, it's my understanding that, the software is something that I will obtain. It's just that you've been able to obtain it faster than I have, just because you're an advocate for really just kind of standing up for yourself and wanting that sooner than later. To me, the negotiation would more so focus on the window office versus the parking space. Knowing that you do not have to park at the remote location, and that is a perk that you have. I would appreciate if you are able to enjoy that perk, and because you have that perk, take the smaller office versus me taking the smaller office and having to find transportation from the remote lot that is 11 blocks away.
I, I agree with you. That's totally understandable. I think also we want to make sure we are working as colleagues, for a number of years after this, and we'll still be next to each other. So I think that's reasonable. If I get the window office, you can have my parking spot, and I'll advocate for the next closer parking spot.
Okay, yeah. If you are willing to give me your parking spot, then you can have the office with the window. We have a deal.
Sounds great. It's a
All right.
deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.